See, like in male reproductive system, female reproductive system also comprises of main some parts. One is the main glands. Main glands. Then comes accessory duct. Then external genitalia. And then there is mammary glands, though they are not directly involved in reproduction purpose, but mammary glands are essential for the embryo development, fetal development, the baby's health and all. So that's why mammary glands are also put into this. Now the main glands are, what is the main glands of female reproductive system? Main ones? Anybody can answer. Yes, very good. Ovary. Then there are some accessory duct. So if I draw a diagram here, it will be clear. Something has happened to my board. Hmm. So this is the ovary. Two ovaries are there, pair of ovaries. Now, male reproductive system is present, mainly the external genitalia and also present outside the abdomen. Whereas in female reproductive system, they are present within the abdomen. These are the main glands. This is called ovary. Now, this is the fallopian tube, what you see here. This is the fallopian tube. The fallopian tube is divided into many parts. All right, Vignesh, can you tell me the different parts? What is this part called as? Finger like process is called as? The whole duct is called fallopian tube, but this finger like process that gathers the ovum from ovary, what are these finger like process called as? What is this called as? Vignesh, can you answer? Yes, yes, it's called as fimbriae. Now, fimbriae is a part of the fallopian tube. Mugundan, can you answer that? What is that part? That part only is becoming fimbriae. What is that part of fallopian tube called as? It is funnel shaped. That part only becomes fimbriae. There are three parts actually. Fallopian tube comprises of three parts. This is the first part. Can you answer this, Mugundan? It starts with I. Okay, I'll pass this question to Rajeshri. Can you answer what is this part called as? This part of fallopian tube called as? Ah, yes, good. It's called as infundibulum. After infundibulum, then the next part is called what? What is the next part called as? Rajeshri, you only answer that. What is this part called as? It starts with A. Yes, good. It's called as ampulla. Then they say this is the narrow part. This is very narrow actually. So the narrowest part of the fallopian tube that leads into the uterus. This part is called as what? Starts with I.
Isthmus.
Yes, it's called as isthmus. Later you will learn during fertilization it's in the ampulla isthmus junction that uh, the male and the male gamete as well as the ovum fuses. Now this part of the female reproductive tract is called as uterus. It's called uterus. Uterus has three walls. Three walls are there. The innermost wall is glandular and it breaks out and comes as menstrual fluid. What is that innermost lining of uterus called as? Rati, can you answer? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Endometrial lining. Then the next part is muscular. It contracts and relaxes. What is this part called as? Rati, answer that. Yes, very good. Since I told it is muscular, muscular means myo. Myo means muscle. Myometrium. Then there is the lining here, lining of uterus, its outermost lining. That good. That is called as perimetrium. Now, regarding the uterus innermost lining, which is endometrium, finally they will come down in order to open it outside. So while they open, immediately they will not open as vagina. Immediately they will not open. There is a part here. This part is called as cervix. Yes, it's called as cervix. Then the cervix will open out as the vagina. Cervix opens out as vagina. And this canal area, this canal between the cervix and vagina, it is also called as what? It is called, yes, it's called cervical canal or birth canal also it's called, because it is through this canal that the fully developed embryo, that is fetus, will come out. That's why this is also called as birth canal. Distance between cervix and the vagina. Now talking about the external genitalia. The external genitalia consists of all these parts: mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, hymen, clitoris. Mons pubis, it's a cushion of fatty tissue covered by skin and pubic hair. The labia majora are fleshy folds of tissue which extend down from the mons pubis and surround the vaginal opening. Labia minora, a paired fold of tissue under the labia majora. The opening of vagina is often covered partially by a membrane called hymen. Clitoris is a tiny finger like structure which lies at the upper junction of two labia minora above the urethral opening. The hymen is often torn during the first coitus, that is intercourse. Intercourse means the insertion of penis into the vaginal tract, that is actually intercourse. So, but however, it can also be broken by sudden fall or jolt, insertion of vaginal tampon, active participation in some sports like horseback riding, cycling, etc. So that's why it is said that the hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity or sexual experience. Because some females already the hymen might be broken because of the active participation in sports and other reasons. So that's what they say, not to rely on the presence or absence of hymen inside the vagina. So what they said about external genitalia, They say fleshy, with hair and all, they told. That part outside is called mons pubis. Then sides, after that downwards, if you see the fleshy fold of skin that comes downwards, this is called labia majora. Labia means lip, labia majora. Now internal to the labia majora, there are again thin fold of skin. What is this fold called as? Anybody answer that? Lab Yes, it's called labia minora. Now in the junction between the two labia minora is a finger like small tissue. This tissue is called as, what is this tissue called as? Yes, it's called as clitoris. Clitoris is present just above the urethra's opening. So urethra opens out like this. Now here in the diagram we can see this is the urinary bladder of female. Then this is the urethra of female. It is short in case of females. That opens out here. So this part is the urethral opening here. So clitoris is found above the urethral opening here. This is clitoris. And below the urethral opening, there is another opening that is called vagina. Then this is leading to the uterus. So then here comes the vagina. This part is vagina. So this vagina may or may not be covered with membrane hymen. It may or may not be covered with hymen. So that's about the external genitalia of females. All right. The textbook image shows a side view of external genitalia.